Hello YouTube, this is MF Grim Reaper here. I'm doing a deck profile of a laval deck. I got the idea from Dark Warlords 117. I'll put his link below. Then I also got some ideas from Sidwelljeremy from YouTube also. I'll put his link below. People help me with the deck ideas. Well, actually, most of the deck. Anyway, so I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes, and then let's get started now. First of all, you start with 3 laval cannons. This here is a staple in this deck. You use him, you summon him, and then you get 1 banished monster from your banished pile and special summon it to the field. So it's equal for 7, or whatever you have. Then second one is a laval lakeside. This here's card is good. You can sequel for 7, and then when she's in the graveyard, you can have her, and then 1 other monster in the graveyard that's a laval, have it banished to destroy 1 set card in the field, preferably your opponent's. So there's that. Next card I have is Laval Handmaiden. This card here is good when you use her as a sequel summon, and then this is set to the graveyard. You can put 1 more laval monster from your deck to your graveyard. That's staple because you have to have laval monsters in your graveyard for this deck. This deck revolves around the graveyard and banished monsters, so the more you have, the better. So yeah. Then I have 3 magmas. This card here is good, just for it's somewhat beater, but also can use them as a sequel summon. So yeah, that's not a big staple, but I use 2 anyway. So I use 1 Lava Force Sprite. This Force Sprite, when she is set from the field in the graveyard, you can every lava monster on the field you control, it gains 200 attack until the end of phase for each lava monster you have in your graveyard. So that might get pretty high if you drew it right. Then I have 2 lava of these things. These I don't use them very much, but when these are destroyed by battle, it's set in the graveyard, you can send 2 lava monsters from a deck to your graveyard. So that's pretty good to get more lava monsters to your graveyard. Then next card I have is Flame Fire Dog. This card here is good when he's on the field. He destroys a monster your opponent controls. You can special summon 1 monster with 200 defense or lower from your deck, which I would prefer this. So then you can sequel for 5, or you can do Lava Lakeside sequel for 7. But if you do her, you can sequel for 5, and then when she's in the graveyard, you can put 1 more lava monster to your graveyard. So that card is really good. So next card I use that's not level is Goals, because Goals is always good. So yeah. And then I use 1 Body Fader. And second one, I'm actually looking for super rare or ultra rare ones of these, but I use this card here for the stall until I find something I need. So yeah. Next card you need for this deck is Beast Warriors. These cards here are good for quick synchros summoning, so you can help get out your level 5s and stuff, or 6s I mean, or even Equator. The card I'm missing but I have in the mail coming to me is 2 Mystic Pipers. This card here is useful, so hopefully I know how to use it after I get it. She's level 1, I think it is. is Mystic Piper. So yeah. So that's the main monster deck. The next deck is next cards you can see is spells. So I use Gold Sarcophagus, 3 of those. You use this card here to put lava Lakeside, have it banished, and then summon your lava cannon. Then you use its effect to have her special summon the field. And sequel for 7 then. For Stand End is a good card for this deck. That's why I like Gold Sarcophagus. It's pretty good. So, this card is Foolish Burial. I use Foolish Burial on Handmaiden, because when Handmaiden is set to graveyard, as I said, for any reason, you can send one more lava to graveyard, which is pretty good. So that's how you get all 3 of them in your graveyard and a magma. So that was the main play that I always like to do. Actually, it's this one here, but that's the second one. Then I also use 3 of these. When you use these, you have to summon at least as many monsters as you can that are fire monsters with 200 defense or less from your graveyard. So that's a fast sequel summon with these cards here. Then I use one reinforcement of the army to get my lava cannon to my hand. And staples I use for the spells is Dark Hole, Lost Reborn. I'm looking for Ultra or Hybrid League or whatever. And then I have 3 MSTs because this deck hates back row. So yeah, MSTs are very good for this deck. I use 3 of them. Then Heavy Storm, obviously. So yeah, there's the spells. Then for the traps, I'm missing 1 trap though. So, but it's coming in the mail. I have a tribute. I use 3 trap stuns because when you're gonna summon your sequel summoning, you don't want any solemn warnings or anything being used on you. So this card here is useful to use before you summon them. Then I use 3 government housekeeping. This card here is good. You just draw a card, and then after that you have to put 1 card from your hand to the bottom of every deck. So you can, it's 1+ for every one of these you have in your graveyard. So if you have 1 in your graveyard already, and you use 1, you draw 2 cards. And then with 3, if you use 3, third 1, and the other 2 on the graveyard, you draw 3. You still have to put 1 on the bottom of every deck. So, and the next card I have is Legit Tuning. I would look for a super 1, but I'm getting a rare 1 in the mail. This card here is good. So when you have this set down on the field, and then you summon your Fire Dog, and then you have Fire Dog destroy a monster on the field. You summon your lava Lakeside lady because of its effect, and then during your battle phase, use this card right here, and then you can sequel summon with these cards, using these cards during the battle phase to get out your standing or something, anything that's level 7, then sequel summon it for that, then attack it again during that same battle phase. So that's why that card is pretty good. So then, my extra deck, I have a token for goals. I use 1 from the sick one, 1 Omnium. I use 1 Hyper Librarian, because anytime you sequel summon a monster, you draw a card. So this deck has a lot of those, so that's why I use this card. I use one Catastor. This Catastor is really good when your opponent has cards that you don't like to face. So yeah, you just destroy it with that card. And then, hold on. Then after that you have Lava Slasher. This card here is good because when it attacks a defense special monster, it can attack once again in a row. Or if you attack a defense special monster, you can inflict personal damage. So it's pretty good for level 5 lava. Yeah, so there's that. Here's a Lava the Greater I use. He's good because when you sequel summon, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Then if this card were to be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish one lava monster from your graveyard instead of having it destroyed, so it saves them. Then I use one Lava Dragon. Lava Dragon. You can shuffle 2 lava monsters from your graveyard into your main deck. Then target one card your opponent controls back to the hand. Send it back to the hand. So that's good for like to get out back there with the Exceed monster or the Synchros or Fusions or whatever. Then next I use Lava Dragon. I can send one lava monster from my deck to my hand. Then I send one lava monster from my hand to my graveyard. 25 beta, that's not bad. Then I use Lava Stenin. Lava Stenin is good for, as I said before, he is good when you have out Lava Cannon and have this banished. So when he's summoned, have it summon her, then sequel for 7, which is him. When you summon, you have to send one card from hand to the graveyard, and then when he is targeted by a card effect, you can banish one lava monster from the graveyard instead, have it destroyed. So yeah, that's why this card is pretty good. Attack 27 attack, 18 defense. Yeah, so I think it's decent. It's D. Next card I use is a Black Rose. Obviously, because Black Rose is good. Everyone knows what this card does. So yeah, not gonna even say it, but I'll say it anyway. Summon him, destroy everything on the field, or you can just have it out in the field, or whatever. This card is a Scout Dragon to destroy one set card in the field, or target one. You can destroy one of your opponent's card. So that's what's per turn. Stardust Dragon, obviously, good card. Mist Worm, when this is summoned, return up to 3 cards, your opponent controls the hand. Then the Shooting Star Dragon, this card's pretty good too. I'm looking for a Ghost one. Then of course, Shooting Quasar, he's pretty good. Just have to get out your Forma Sequon. Then any 2 level 5s, that would be good. So let's say you have this card here in Forma Sequon and Hyper Librarian. There you go, sequel for 10. 12. And that's him. And then his attack can attack as many times as you have non-tuna Synchros, which are 2, so you can attack twice. There you go. Then he can negate 1 card effect per turn. And then if he's destroyed by any way, you can summon out Shooting Star Dragon. So that's a backup for him. So there you go. Thanks guys for watching. This is my deck profile. If you like it, subscribe, comment, and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, please ask me. And peace out.